One of the main misconceptions in education in our world today is the implementation of multiculturalism in the classroom. Let us first define what multiculturalism is. According to dictionary.com, multiculturalism is the preservation of different cultures or cultural identities within a unified society as a state or nation. Throughout education, teachers struggle with the ability to implement the proper amount of multiculturalism in the classroom. According to Cherry and James Banks, one of the most prevalent of these misconceptions is that the integration of content about diverse cultural, ethnic, and racial groups into the mainstream curriculum is both its essence and its totality. As a Christian, is Banks and Banks correct? If so, then how does a Christian educator address multiculturalism in the classroom? According to Gwenter Salter, multiculturalism is not about culture at all, but about the remaking of society. As a Christian, I believe that our society has misconstrued multiculturalism to tolerate non-biblical acts. Rather than using multiculturalism to address the unity of race, diversity, and ethnicities, our culture is using it to promote gay rights, abortion, and other acts that defy the Bible. I also believe that while teachers focus so much on multiculturalism in the classroom, they fail to teach liberal arts and sciences. Salter addresses this problem. If we have programs in ethnic, minority, and women's studies, programs in bilingual education, courses in cultural awareness, human relations, and value clarification, if our curriculum is laden with the concepts of racism, sexism, classism, ageism, prejudice, discrimination, oppression, powerlessness, power, inequality, equality, and stereotyping, is there any room left to teach the traditional liberal arts and sciences that have built civilizations, created material sufficiency, challenged the mind, freed the spirit, and gladdened the soul? Many Christians believe that multiculturalism compromises their faith because multiculturalism encourages the idea that all are equal and good. But Romans 3:20 states that none is righteous, no, not one. And Ecclesiastes 7:20 states that surely there is not a righteous man on earth who does good and never sins. According to Richard Mao, who wrote an article about multiculturalism, he states that multiculturalism is an ideology that celebrates the diversity of cultures and emphasizes their contributions to society. Mao also emphasizes how multiculturalism is compatible with Christianity, but we cannot ignore the problems with the worldview of multiculturalism. Although our society has warped the idea of multiculturalism, I do believe as a Christian teacher, it is important to be aware of the diversity of our students. According to Kenneth Rowe from Bible.org, Christians should see in the cry for multiculturalism ideal as a tremendous opportunity to present the claim of Christ to all people. The Bible says in Acts 10:34-35, "So Peter opened his mouth and said, 'Truly, I understand that God shows no partiality, but in every nation, anyone who fears him and does what is right is acceptable to him.'" Christian teachers need to understand multiculturalism. It is important to view multiculturalism not as how society portrays it, but rather how God intended us to use it for His glory.